Hello everyone, and welcome to this tutorial on using the TCX button object. With utilizing this TCX button class, you can customize your interface at the invoice or other documents to include an additional button that can execute a certain task you given. In this tutorial, I will guide you on how to utilize TCX button in the onOpen event to add a button in the sales invoice. The result of this script is that whenever the user opens the sales invoice, the button will be created and resides beside the button move down of the invoice. And this button will function to sum up the quantity of all items in the invoice and display it in the browse table. Before writing the script, you must create the custom fields. In this script, you need to define a custom field named total quantity in the header fields of the sales invoice. This custom field is a float data type and has a size of 10, a subsize of 4, and a default value of 0. For anyone who doesn't know how to create or what is their meaning can refer to our previous tutorial video on the DIY fields. Procedure. In this script, it consists of a procedure named onClick. It is used to register as an event listener later in the button. When the button is clicked, this procedure will be executed. The execution of this procedure is below. The txQuery object would be instantiated to the xQ variable. Close the query object to return to its initialized state. Add the D dataset to xQ object and name it as main table. Write the query statement to the SQL property in the xQ object. With the SQL property, we first clear any possible statements written previously. Then add the query statement into the SQL property. This query statement is to sum up the quantity of all records in the .detail dataset. Run the SQL statement by calling open method. Assign main dataset to be editable. Assign the summed value to the UDF_total quantity field in the sales invoices header table. In the end, free up the space used by the xQ object to avoid memory leak. Main function. For the main function, it is to function to assign the corresponding T data source to global M and D variables and define the properties for the new button to be created. The execution of this main function is below. Assign the ds.master to the M variable. Assign the ds.detail to the D variable. Find component btn move down. Instantiate new button and assign the btn move down to be its owner. This is to bind its memory deallocation process to follow to the owner. Check if the button move down is not a nil pointer. If not a nil pointer, then execute the below statements. With the btn new, assign the same parent of control to the new button. Assign the top position to be same as the button move down. Assign the height of the button to be same as the button move down. Sum up the left and width length of the button move down and a spacing of 120 to assign the current new button's left position. Assign the width of the button to be 100. Assign the calculate caption to this button. Register our previous created onClick procedure to the onClick event of the new button. Ending demo. In the end of the video, here is a result demonstration. When we open the invoice, the new button named Calculate will be created beside the button Move Down. And once we click the Calculate button and save, the total quantity will be recorded in the UDF total quantity of invoice header field. Thank you for watching this video. See you next.